Okay, we are live. Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. Hello, world, and welcome. Welcome to the final number five episode of the English in Chunks Challenge. And we are so happy to have you here again, to have our regular students, to have our followers, to have some random participants today. So please say hi in the chat. Let me know if the sound is good, if you can hear, if you can see me okay, if the quality is good, and then we get started immediately. So please say hi in the chat, say happy Friday, and we get started. My name is Julia. I'm the CEO of English for IT, and I'm not alone for this stream today. As you can see, you'll be introduced to my colleague, to Shay, in a few minutes. But first, I want to share more context just to remind you how this challenge works, English in Chunks. Basically, we created this challenge to help you refocus, to help you take this small break from your endless tasks in your to-do list, from so many meetings, I don't know, from so many work tasks in general, deadlines, so you can just enjoy this holiday season a little bit. You can recharge, and also to our students to refocus for a while from these serious English for IT courses, business English, soft skills courses, and do something fun but still useful, still improve your English chunk by chunk. That's why we call this challenge chunk by chunk. If you're ready to get started, please say hi in the chat. If you're watching us from LinkedIn, you can send us a live reaction and we'll see it immediately. And today we are closing the English in Chunks challenge with a very interesting topic. Maybe it's a little bit sad topic, we'll discover that, but it's definitely the topic that a lot of us can relate to. It's holiday stress, how to manage holiday stress, because I'm pretty sure that a lot of us have some stories to share. You have definitely experienced this holiday stress, because I hope you agree with me that December is a magical, right, season, but it's also very busy, emotional, loud, expensive, I don't know, overwhelming, right? So definitely there are a lot of adjectives for this season. And to talk about December, to talk about holiday stress and how to manage it, I have a guest, my colleague Shay, here today. Shay, hi there. Hello.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thanks for joining. How are you?
I'm great. It's Friday. I'm so excited for the weekend.
Oh, nice. Okay, I thought that you were going to say that you're so excited for this for this episode, for our chat today,
This too.
and
That too.
of course, great. Shay is our English teacher and also our corporate development associate at English for IT. And just because she meets many people, she has many students, I also want to ask Shay you more about how your students manage this holiday stress, because I'm pretty sure that they share some stories with you. But before that, why do you think we experience this holiday stress? Why does it happen in December, every December?
I think it's because we have these normal daily routines that we follow. Even on the weekends, we still kind of stick to some kind of similar routine. But then December comes and we just go crazy. We wake up whenever we want. We are up late. We eat so much food. And I think even if you don't have like a mental stressor, we are putting our
Yes.
bodies in such a state of stress all the time.
Exactly, that's true. There is this meme going viral in the internet, like therapists now preparing for this pre-holiday season. Uh, so, so there will be a lot of requests about that. I honestly think, and I wanted to ask your take on it, on stress is mainly because we have to make so many decisions every day. It's about which gifts to choose, and you have to choose many gifts, right? Again, these to-do lists, shopping lists, trips maybe, and so many decisions every day. So our brain, maybe also it's the end of the year, so our brain, it just gets super tired and overwhelmed.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we do have to make a lot of choices, especially if you have kids and you're used to like having them at school and things. And now all of a sudden they're home all day with you. You have to make them lunch, food. But also, I think that we just have this crazy high expectation for the holidays that everything should just be perfect. And so um, I don't know. I think that we stress ourselves out by trying to make everything the perfect gifts, the perfect dinner, the perfect decorations. And it can be a lot, like constantly trying to be the best.
Yeah, yeah, this is it. Exactly. I never asked you, by the way, what about you and your holiday stress level this season?
Well, I'm actually staying in Spain. I'm not going home this year, which is sad to not be with my family, but way less stress, to be honest. Not having to worry about flights and seeing everyone in such a short amount of time. So, yeah, I mean, I definitely waited too long to start doing like gifts and holiday shopping. So that's been a little bit stressful, but overall, it's been pretty good.
Okay, okay, like stressful but for good, right? In good sense. Yeah, interesting. Also, this the thing that you mentioned, like with so many tasks, I think it's also about multitasking because like you have tasks at work. If you have work, right, you have to do so many things to close the year. But also, it's multitasking again because you have to choose like I don't know 57 gifts, right, for your friends and family. You have to do this and that and like to plan so many things out. A lot of people they also write these new year resolutions. It's also about planning. So yeah, I think multitasking it also affects this holiday stress.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I think. You definitely watched Home Alone, right?
Yes.
Yeah, remember they forgot Kevin just because they were really busy. I think it was multitasking.
I don't know, maybe too many people in one trip. I think they maybe that was abandonment. Poor Kevin got left, but yeah, I think they had too much to worry about.
Sure, sure. Well, do you have your stories connected with holiday stress and maybe how you manage or managed it at that time? Because I think you have something to share today.
Yeah, well, last year, like I said, I live in Madrid, but I had went home to Ohio for Christmas, and we were probably there like 3 weeks, but it was some of the most stressful, also amazing time, but stressful because I am trying to like see all of my different family members, my friends, but it's also Christmas, so everyone has so many things going on. I had a wedding that I was the maid of honor. Like it was so much going on. But I think the biggest part of holidays is like we try to shove in so many things like vacations and plans. But it's important to remember like to just have a day at home and relax. Like the best part of vacation for me is waking up at the exact same time I would wake up for work normally. I know that that is like psychotic, but then you have the whole day to not feel like stressed about work. You just like do whatever you want for the whole day. But last year, actually, when we were back home, my siblings and I do like a secret Santa amongst each other. And my brother had my sister, and he completely forgot. Well, he didn't forget. He just waited until the last minute to get her gift. So on December 25th, on Christmas Day, we went out to the stores. There was a blizzard. We could barely even drive. No stores, of course, were open. We ended up finding I think like a Walmart or something. He was looking for this specific water bottle. It's called an Awala, if anyone knows it. It's a good water bottle. We found it, but anyways, it was so stressful.
Yeah. But we can see the lesson learned here, right? If you plan things in advance, so maybe you can avoid some stressful situations. Not all situations. There still be this overwhelming season, but in general, yeah, planning in advance. I've heard this phrase recently: "Over planning kills the magic." What about
Mm.
this?
Well, that's a tough one because I do think that there is like a threshold that if you plan too much, it's not even about like having too many plans, but your expectations are like so high so that if they're not perfect, it ends up you're just like sad or upset, even if it's like turns out really well. So I do agree that over planning can be detrimental, but having like an outline and being able to kind of go with the flow within that outline, I think is for the best.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to keep to this golden middle or something. Actually, that's why a lot of people they start preparing for Christmas when it's Black Friday. Or right after Thanksgiving, right? So they have enough time. They can also just explore so many things, and especially gift wise, I think this is a very wise move, right? To start planning from the Black Friday season.
It is a good move. Yeah, but definitely the last couple of years with Black Friday, I feel like the sales have just turned into like, I don't know, a little bit lower, slightly lower. So I feel like it used to be so easy to just get all the shopping done during Black Friday because you found amazing sales. And now I like don't even feel motivated to start shopping early because there's not any good deals. Like everything is the same as normal with like
For
5%
sure.
off.
For sure, we don't buy it anymore. What about your students? You have so many students, and I'm curious how they treat this holiday period. What do they tell you during your lessons? Do they say, like, Shay, we are not really ready to continue English in December just because, like, we are in this holiday spirit, we're super busy at work. That's why we didn't do our homework. Or they are really motivated. So what do you share about them?
I have some pretty awesome students. A lot of them are still motivated, and in fact, I had a student who was on he was on vacation from work, and he showed up to English still every class, which I thought was amazing. But you can tell a lot of them have a lot on their plate right now, a lot of tasks, a lot of deadlines. So from what I hear, they're very excited to get the year ended and move on to the next one.
Yeah, okay, that again, that makes sense, but it's also the end of the year. They're super busy at work, and they definitely feel this holiday stress. I think that everyone has ever experienced that. So if we create a list of top recommendations from the English variety team about how to deal with the holiday stress, what will be on what our top three recommendations? I would go with avoid multitasking and plan in advance, not everything, but just like think about it in advance. You said have this sleep routine, skip to it, stick to it. What else?
I think along with the sleep routine, your food routines, obviously it's the holidays and you should have the treats and you should eat the good things. But don't go so crazy that like you're physically ill and then you're like down for the count and you waste a whole day. I think that's a big one that I always run into. And it's like I forget every year when I show up to the holiday tables and I just eat like I've never seen food before. And then I waste the whole day because I'm like laying on the couch with a stomachache. But yeah, I would say stick to sleeping routines, stick to like eating quantities as much as possible, and just like be present and enjoy the people you're around instead of worrying about the dirty dishes and the decorations that you forgot about. Because I do that sometimes.
So it's like more about mindset. I believe it's impossible to fully avoid this holiday stress because it happens
Mhm.
everywhere. It can be with you, or you just go outside and you see this hustle and bustle everywhere. You just enter the grocery store, right? And people are so busy there, especially before Christmas, for example. So I mean, it's impossible to avoid this holiday stress, but how you manage it, that's the question probably.
Managing the stress. I'm sorry, it cut out for a second.
Oh, sure. So I was just saying that it's about how to manage the stress, right? How to deal with it. What about
Mhm.
you and you being ready for Christmas? How ready are you, and how are you going to celebrate this year in Spain?
Honestly, it like comes in waves. Sometimes I'm like, it doesn't even feel like Christmas because I didn't celebrate Thanksgiving like I normally do. I have no Christmas decorations up in my house because I knew we weren't going to be around. But we are going to Bilbao to the north of Spain, and I'm really excited because I've never been to the north of Spain. I think it's going to be extremely cold. Well, maybe for a lot of the people watching, it will just be normal cold, not extremely, but for me, extremely. So yeah, we're gonna celebrate there for the 24th, 25th, and then we'll be back in Madrid for the New Year's. But yeah.
I love that. So it looks like you already planned things out.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, it broke out again. Say it again.
No, I think it's the internet issue. No worries. It's part of this holiday stress. um, yeah, it's good to know that you planned things out for Christmas, for the holiday season, and I really appreciate you sharing this with us. And also, in the very beginning, you mentioned that it's about realizing that things can never be super perfect, right? And you shouldn't try to make everything perfect because eventually you will forget about this good sides of Christmas, of this holiday season, right? You will not pay attention to these small details about people and things like that because you will be really busy thinking about these things in your to-do list. So I think we should embrace the fact that we don't have to be perfect and we don't have to finish this year on a like perfect note, maybe just on a strong positive note, and that would be absolutely enough.
Yeah, agreed. I think if you shoot for perfection, you're always going to end up disappointed. But like I said, it's good to have a plan, but it's better to just enjoy what's happening and be grateful for what you have in the moment, which again can be really difficult around the holidays with different stressors, or it can bring a lot of family stress as well for people that have some difficulties within their family and then they have to go visit them or be with them. So that's very understandable. But you can only control what you feel and what you do. So that's the important part.
On this positive note, I think it's just a good closing of our chat today and also of our English in Chunks challenge in general, because it sounds like really positive, and I really love this the morale of this story, right? To keep things positive and not to focus on being super busy during the holiday season in order not to experience stress. So let's maybe wish our audience, our community, a very happy and joyful and not stressed holiday season. I also want to thank you guys, everyone watching us live or in the recording, for sticking around with English for IT throughout this year. Thank you also for joining the English for IT, this Chunks Challenge. You remember that once you join our Telegram channel, you'll find the recording of this episode. You'll also find some useful English chunks, right? AKA useful expressions from today's episode, so you can practice your English, and that will be absolutely enough for you to finish your year strong English wise.
Yes.
Shay, thank you so much for joining me today.
Yes. Thank you for having me. Happy holidays to everyone. Happy New Year. I wish you the most chill holiday season, that you can have fun, but also not be uptight and just enjoy the time you have off of work if you have it. And yeah, thanks for watching.
Happy holiday season, everyone. Until next time.